sir. Please.
Yes, I'm from Kotalala Defense University, Strategic Studies Department. My question goes to Squadron Leader Kalapugama. And you raised a very valid point that our human resource is being used by other developed countries on developing these AI matters. Is there, in your research, have you found out, is there any possibility to find out, because this can be a national security issue at one point. We are developing softwares to use in other countries, maybe against the interest of the country. So do you have any security measures or border security measures or detecting those, what is produced in our soil, because all these things are happening in virtual platforms, to rectify these things, and whether our national security, network has taken any significant attention on this?
We'll take questions from the behind little later. Let him reply this question first.
Thank you very much, sir. First, a straightforward answer to your question is we don't have such facility of monitoring that kind of innovations, especially in his particular company. They develop certain, correct me if I'm not wrong, they develop certain softwares, virtual things basically to DARPA places. So we don't have any facility, but still we need to know in AI we need to understand the confidence level and the consequences both. For an instance, if I elaborate a little, a pilot will fly the aircraft in an autopilot mode in air, but still he will not take that risk when the aircraft comes to land. So the consequence level of consequences we need to understand, and that is the application of AI. Basically, in this field we know there's a risk, but still there's no such facility or monitoring method in Sri Lanka particularly.
Thank you. Yes,
Sir,
from the back.
My question also goes to Squadron Leader Kapugama.
Okay.
And this is regarding the integration of artificial intelligence with, and the opportunity cost involved in integrating the artificial intelligence in the Air Force. Because now we are, this is actually after a post-armed conflict, not the war. So I have my doubts how much we can allocate for this integrating artificial intelligence. Is it to supersede the human intelligence? Because I feel that we don't have deficiency in intelligence in our people. So is this to supersede the human intelligence in the Air Force, or to get something done where we are in a difficult to do with this human intelligence? And I would like to get an idea with regard to our small defense economy.
So this AI business, it's not economical at all. You will have to spend a lot of money in research work and all, and still we are not that superseding the human intervention, but still certain areas like database handling and taking intelligent decisions, particularly when you sense the data in, for an instance, say in the post-war period, we have utilized UAVs to collect data. So that particular UAV we have kept through 24 hours in air. So a human will not be able to sense the exact data for 24 hours continuously, and I'm just telling an instance. So this kind of situations can be handled by the machines. That is my suggestion, because AI is a developing area where we have not put our fingers into in Sri Lanka much. So we don't we don't understand much about this aspect. It is not only the military, say in the aviation and say the smuggling and drug trafficking areas like that. Human intervention from particularly only from a human intervention, it is not possible to monitor. Like AI, maybe a distributed system, maybe an intelligent system will be able to do that. So that is still, it is not economical. You will have to spend much of money for that. That is my view.
Thank you very much. I just want to actually intervene in this point to put my view. The point you raised actually it anyway doesn't undermine the, as you said, human intelligence. Like as he said and as he tried to actually define the artificial intelligence, AI, which he termed in our country, if you say AI, Air Force people will think that air interdiction is needed, but it is artificial intelligence. However, you collect information or intelligence through artificial object, but that object is being created by human. So it is the man behind the machine, or the interpretation will also be done by men. So in any point of time, the human intelligence is not being superseded. Is you have to have the intelligence to actually control the machine. That is what is wanted. Like we see many countries, they buy very, very high-tech equipments from Western countries, and they actually also borrow human from them to operate those machines in their country. So it's like that. So I think human intelligence will never be undermined by any point of time. It will always prevail as superior. Sir, you.
Chairman, sir, I'm Chandana Liana Patabandi, lawyer by profession and a President's Counsel. I have particular interest about the subject that Lieutenant Colonel Chandana Vikramasinghe has touched upon about the geopolitics. I do know that in his presentation he has given us a map, showed us a map. He has circled only the island nations. I know because you have your analysis is about the Sri Lankan perspective.
Yes, sir.
May I also just ask, have you considered the landlocked states and in particular the country like Switzerland? Because for the last 200 years, not a single soldier from another country has ever walked across. They have been a friendly country and a neutral country for a long period. In that perspective, Sri Lanka being a country which is geographically located in a very important way, a friendly relations, not in particular getting ready for the war, intelligence, a friendly relations with nations or close upon or touching upon your area. How do you consider in your analysis keeping cultural and other political friendly relations in that perspective?
Sir, I would like to take this one as a question like here, sir. Switzerland is a landlocked country which lies on the European. And if you take the history of the landlocked Switzerland, and when you contrast to Sri Lanka, although what we have to take is the Sri Lanka has gone through the multipolarity to bipolarity, bipolarity to unipolarity. So in that context, the Sri Lanka being a geopolitical location in a literal state, the Sri Lanka is differ, and you may not be able to coincide the Switzerland to Sri Lanka. So therefore, being a landlocked country, it is obvious, and the fashion of the Switzerland and the system of the governance and also the differ, and it does that called the counties can be even changed with the 50,000 votes, and it can be the demography, and we can change. In the context of Sri Lanka, if you really construct the Second World War, after Second War, the multipolarity become a bipolarity with the introduction of the communism to the society and the capitalism. So in that philosophy, the philosophy expanded in ideological ways. So that ideology, if you take the Sri Lankan government from the independence to date, how the Sri Lankan government and the Pheo-Psycho align with that doctrine, the ideology on the sum of the security comes in. As it says, the General Prasanth Sila sir said, the Trincomalee Harbour. So geopolitical location makes Sri Lanka to have that identity. So therefore, we being Sri Lanka need to be. That is why I took the 623 BC Kautilya Arthashastra as the main doctrine to survive ourselves. Balance of power as the main concept. Either not to go west, neither east. nor the north, nor the south. We need to articulate our own doctrine